For those of you just joining us, it's 9:45, Friday the 7th of June.
Still only feels like yesterday.
I feel awful, but as hard as I try, I can't remember it.
Don't beat yourself up. How could you possibly remember anyway? You're only 4 years old at the time.
I know, it's just this time of year. I feel like I've missed out on part of my life.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hey, you still got me, by the way. But don't I count?
Of course you count, Dad. But I'm not sure who else would put up with you, though.
That's true.
Sorry.
You're alright?
Yeah, I'm just going to go and clean up.
I was gonna get a cough.
Just enjoying happy hour.
All freshened up.
You know the woman who bumped into me earlier? She was in the bathroom taking some drugs or something.
Are you sure? Which woman?
The one over there, the old guy. Dad.
Yes. Alright, I'm on my way. Sorry, sweetheart. Duty calls. I'll call you a taxi, alright?
Don't forget to pay the water bill.
I know.
And if you get home before me, put the washing on.
Whose idea was that then?
They cover more ground quicker than we can.
Yeah, but we can go through more thoroughly from down here.
I don't disagree with that, but let's not get blinkered by our approach.
Well, in my experience, close-up ground coverage usually gives better results.
And as SIO, I've made a call. It's not your job to question me on every decision I make, Rob.
No, boss. Sorry, sir.
Right. Now we've got that straight, let's get back to business, yeah?
Yeah, victim, female, possibly early 20s, no ID, bruising from the upper arms and torso, one shoe missing, no sign of transport.
Who found the body?
Anonymous tip-off, sir. They don't give details.
Checked out what had done my daughter. So what can you tell us?
Well, judging by the appearance of lividity, it's safe to say that this is a deposition site. She wasn't killed here. She's been moved since death.
Anything else?
Yeah, she's got an abrasion to the back of her head, And from the state of her clothing, she could have been sexually assaulted.
Time of day?
Well, the body's holding in full rigour, so under normal circumstances you'd be looking at least 12 hours.
So how do you think she died?
It's impossible to say. I think you're going to have to wait for the post-mortem.
Okay. For the time being, let's treat the death as suspicious. Check any nearby houses and look at missing persons. We're probably looking at a murder.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sir.
Okay.
Hey, sweetheart. You alright? And before you ask, no. I haven't paid the water bill yet.
No surprise there then. No, I was just calling to let you know that I'm going to be home later than I thought.
Okay. Something pop up?
No, just grabbing a coffee with some friends.
No problem. Just let me know if you need a lift, alright? And Beth, just be careful, alright? Have fun, but just be careful. And have a good time. I love you. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Come on. I think you better go and sleep, it's off. I don't know what you think you're doing. Drawing attention to yourself in public, making a spectacle of yourself.
Was I having a bit of fun? What do you know all about?
You take that stuff and you become an embarrassment to yourself and to me. Go to bed.
Maybe you thought controlling your little habits, I would control mine.
I'm going to the club.
He's gone to the club. Any news? What? I thought you said you had it all in hand. You'd better. Because I tell you, if we fall, you'll fall harder.
You alright, Beth? From home?
Crime fighting hero finished for the day. I'll just finish this and we'll have dinner.
Alright. I was putting the washing on.
No need, Dad. I've already done it.
Thank you, Beth. What to do about you, eh? I thought you said you was going out. Wouldn't be on till late.
Changed my mind. I wanted to finish this sunglass. How was your day anyway?
Complicated. You know what it's like. One door shuts, another one opens. Morning.
Morning.
I got a dash, got a lot on today. Thank you.
You're welcome.
What are you doing today?
Well, I thought because we're on break from college, I'll pop in and see Gran.
That's nice, I like that. Right, thank you. Right, well if you do see me then, tell us hello, alright? I'll see you later, man. Have a good one. Morning, boys. Where are we at today?
Early PM report confirms cause of death was by drug overdose being injected between her toes.
Do we know who she is yet?
No, Tommy's still trawling through missing persons. And although we've widened the search site, there's no trace of the missing shoe either.
Alright. Was there anything to note on that PM report, Rob?
They've confirmed there was intercourse prior to death and that DNA was found. Results being passed through the system. It may take some time.
Alright. So we're no longer treating this as suspicious anymore. From now on, we're treating this as a murder. Tommy, I want you to just continue looking at missing persons, alright? And do me a favour, place that ME on that DNA for me, alright? Thanks, bud. Guys, just a note, yeah? We need to prioritise finding that missing shoe. We find that, we find our link to our murder location, alright?
That's the call room. Someone's just rung in to report a missing person. It sounds interesting.
Alright, Rob, go on, you're with me. Tommy, send that address through to me, alright? And let's just hope this is the lead we're looking for, alright?
.46 Dunbar Street.
Is that the back of the football ground?
Yeah. Jill Barnes. She's got form for soliciting.
Jill Barnes. I'm Detective Inspector Mike Forbes, and this is my colleague, Detective Sergeant Rob Thomas. You filed a missing persons report.
Yeah.
Do you mind if we come and have a little chat?
You filed a missing persons report. Tell me more.
I haven't heard from my friend for 48 hours. She hasn't even rung me.
Your friend? What's her name? And do you have a recent photo of her?
Barbara Mason. But everyone just calls her Babs.
Is this there in the photo?
Yeah, that was taken last year.
Do you mind if I hold on to this? I'll give it you back.
When did you last have contact with her?
She left 2 nights ago, at about 7:15 p.m.
Did she say where she was going? Jill, we know what you do for a living. We also know that some of you girls keep tabs on each other for safety reasons. Now, did she say where she was going?
No. Although she did tell me she has a regular. Calls him Mr. Nice. She called me to say that she'd be arriving at 9 p.m, but she never phoned to tell me she left. I keep ringing her, but her phone's switched off. What's going on?
I'm sorry to have to inform you, but a body was found yesterday early morning. And we now have reason to believe that it is Barbara Mason.
I'll get you a glass of water.
Do you mind if I have a look at her room?
Upstairs, on the left.
Thank you, Miss Barnes, today for your help and being so honest. I really appreciate it. I've just taken this laptop in for evidence, and I need you to pop into the station next couple of days and give us a formal statement, okay? Sorry for your loss. Rob?
Go, boss.
Small steps, Tommy. Small steps. Do me a favour, see what you get off that for me, yeah? Be thorough, make it a priority, alright? Right, boys. We've got a name for our dead girl now. Her name was Barbara Mason, also known as Babs to her friends and family. She was last heard of around 9 PM 2 nights ago when she spoke to a friend slash flatmate on a mobile phone. Guys, I want to start getting some answers now, yeah? Let's kick it up a gear. I want to know where she was going. I want to know how she was getting there. I want to know why she was going. I want to know who she was meeting. I want to know who the hell she met in the end, yeah? I want to know what happened to that mobile phone. What happened to it? Where is it? Guys, we've got a head start. We've got a starting point. She left her flat at 7:15 PM that night. Now we need to figure out what happens afterwards. What's the rest of that timeline, yeah? Rob, I want you on surveillance footage, CCTV cameras, just anything you can get your hands on, whatever you can dig up, alright, yeah? Be thorough, alright? That's you sorted. I'm gonna bring public transport, local buses, whatever I can get my hands on, alright? That's me sorted. Tommy, you're on laptop, ain't you? Tommy, be thorough, alright? Make it a priority, see what you can get out of it. I guarantee you that laptop holds the answer to a lot of our questions, alright?
Hi, sweetheart, I'm back.
Hiya.
What's for dinner, Beth?
I didn't know what time you were going to be back, so I haven't done anything. Shall we get a takeaway?
Like you didn't plan that one out, eh? Cheeky. You can have whatever you want, but you're phoning though. And yes, I'm having my usual.
Okay. Thanks, Dad.
Okay. Did you go and see your nan today? Is she alright?
Yeah, she's fine. Spent a couple hours there. Spoke about you when you were growing up. And we looked at old pictures. She got upset towards the end though. When I mentioned I didn't know who my granddad was. So I dropped the subject.
Yeah. It's not just you, don't worry. She's always been the same with me, so don't beat yourself up, alright? When I was growing up, whenever I brought the subject, she'd be the same and just burst into tears, so I figured quite early on that's best not to ask, you know. Maybe one day we'll find out, yeah? Anyway, you gonna phone or what? I'm starving here. Sorry. Tommy?
I think you need to see this, boss. I think I've found something. It could be the breakthrough we've been looking for.
Is Rob with you?
No, boss.
Yeah, get him in as well. I was gonna get changed, I'll make my way to you, alright?
Okay, will do.
Thought we were going to have a takeaway.
Oh, I'm sorry, it sounds important. You can still order, but try and get mine warm for me, yeah? I'll have it when I get back.
Sorry to bother you, boss.
It's okay. What's so important?
Tommy thinks he's found the address we've been looking for.
Right. Going through her laptop, I noticed she's a really big fan of 60s and 70s music. It's like her collection is massive.
Okay. Where's this going?
Bear with me, boss. Attached to the music library are a number of playlists. When I looked at the playlist, one song in particular stood out as being played way more than the others.
So she likes a particular song?
Ask me what the song is.
Do you want to transfer you to traffic, Tommy? I haven't come in to play the guessing game, just get on with it.
Oh, sorry. Well, all right. The song is Here Come the Nice by the Small Faces. The lyrics all seemed so innocent at the time, but the title referred to drugs and drug dealers. Now if you look, she's typed an entry next to the title Mr. Nice and an address. I think that's her regular, where she went that night.
Seems a bit of a long shot if you ask me, boss.
Bloody good work, Tommy. Right, get me a warrant to search the premises tonight. Anyone gives you any grief, just remind them it's a murder inquiry. Rob, let's go.
I'll go around the back.
Could be a no one.
By the way, power's off.
Rob, look what I found. I think we found where she was that night.
Yeah.
Let's get forensics around in the morning.
Anything else?
Well, we found some fragments of broken pottery in the carpet and a larger piece, this one, wedged in the back of the bed. We've managed to obtain a fingerprint from this, so that could be useful. We've also got traces of blood in the water pipe in the bathroom.
Okay. Was there any sign of a mobile? We know she made a call when she arrived here, but when we found her, there was no mobile phone on her or near her body.
Oh no, we haven't seen a mobile, but obviously if we do, we'll definitely let you know as soon as possible.
All right, thank you. You found anything?
No. Looks like someone attempted to clean up.
All right. Let's get back to the station, see if Tommy's made any progress. Thank you. Right, Tommy, did you manage to track down the owner of that property yet?
Not yet, boss. It's proving difficult. It appears owned by an import-export company registered offshore. It may take a while to identify the owner, but I'll get there.
All right, just stay on top of that, all right? We found a shoe at the property, right? That shoe's a direct link to the one Barbara was wearing at the dump site, right? We still haven't found that mobile phone yet.
We haven't had anything back from DNA, and we're still waiting for the toxicology report.
All right.
Excuse me, Mike. Can I have a word in private?
All right, we'll come back to this later, all right? Why the secrecy? Is there a problem?
Yeah, this is a heads up, Mike, for old time's sake.
All right, go on.
We've pulled 3 sets of DNA from Barbara's body in the house, 1 male and 2 females.
That's good. Anything in the system?
Well, this is where it gets interesting. We've got a partial match to the male DNA.
And?
It looks like a close relative to you.
Wait. A close relative to me?
Yeah.
How is that even possible?
Well, like I say, a close relative, say a parent or a sibling.
Are you being serious right now?
I am, yeah.
Because this doesn't make any sense. Now let me tell you why. First of all, I'm an only child, right? I haven't got any brothers or sisters. That's first of all. Second of all, I have no idea who my dad is, who my father is. I've never met the guy. I don't even know his name, right? Just do me a favour, yeah? Just just hold back on this report, all right? Just give me some time to think about it, all right?
Right, well, I'll try.
Because I know there's a logical explanation for all this.
I'll try my best, Mike. But I can't stall for long.
No, I understand. Yeah, I need to speak to someone. Just do me a favour, just try and hold back on this report just as long as you can, all right?
Okay, all right.
Anyone asks where I am, I'm following a lead, all right?
Yeah, all right.
Thank you.
You alright, Mum? It's just me.
Hi, son. What a lovely surprise. Nice to see you. You okay?
I need to talk to you about something, Mum.
Okay. What's wrong, babe?
I really don't want to talk about it.
Oh, what is it? What is it? Come on.
I need to ask you a question. I wouldn't ask if it wasn't important, okay? I wouldn't have asked you this once before. I always remember how upset you got. And I think I was about like 5 or 6 or something. I was quite young. I promised that I'd never ask you again. And I need to know who he is. I need to know who my dad is.
I don't want to talk about him.
I know. I'm sorry, Mum. I wouldn't ask if it wasn't important. Please. I'm quite a serious problem's cropped up at work and I could be in a lot of trouble. I just need to know who he is, or a name, or whatever. It's important, please, Mum.
It's not that I won't tell you. I can't, because I don't know who he is. You see, I was only 15 and I was coming home from a friend's house. It was dark and I was assaulted by somebody.
You mean,
Yeah, he forced himself on me. And then he ran off and you were the result.
I'm so sorry, Mum. I'm sorry.
It's not your fault.
I wouldn't have asked if it wasn't important. Please tell me you reported it.
Oh yeah. I went to the police. Gave them a statement. The police doctor, they examined me. He took samples, took my underwear. They couldn't pursue it because I didn't know. I didn't know who he was. He came from behind. It was dark.
So it should be on record then?
I suppose so. It's such a long time ago. I just wanted to forget it.
I'm sorry.
It's...
I'm sorry. Please, if you're embarrassed, don't be, please. You didn't do anything wrong, okay? If you're worried about work, I'll figure it out, okay?
Okay, sweetheart.
How about make us a cup of tea, yeah? Cheer us up.
Oh, thank you.
Biscuit?
Yeah.
Sorry, Mum. Look, Tommy, I need to ask you a big favour, alright?
What's that, boss?
This is to remain between me and you, alright? If you find anything out, you come straight to me, no one else, alright? I need to look into a cold case for me.
No problem. What's the case?
Tommy, this case goes back about 35 years, alright? Once you've read it, I don't want any questions. I need to see if there's any DNA evidence in this cold case that links directly to the death of Barbara Mason. No questions.
I'll see what I can come up with, but I think it's a bit of a long shot.
Alright. Right, boys, how we doing? We got any further trace in the owner of that house yet?
There's something very dodgy going on here. I thought at first we were looking at just one property. Now I've found links to other businesses scattered around Europe.
What's more, there seems to be a lot of transactions with Amsterdam and Turkey.
Okay. So this is beginning to look more and more like drug smuggling. Rob, did we get the toxicology report back?
I'll chase it. Right away.
There's a name I've seen before. I can link him to at least two of the businesses. It looks like he lives locally.
I think we'll pay him a visit, see what he knows. Rob.
Can I help you?
I'm Detective Inspector Forbes. This is my colleague, Detective Sergeant Thomas. We want to speak to Mr. Wilder, please.
What's it in connection with?
Just routine questions.
I suppose you better come in.
Reg, these two policemen would like a word with you, dear.
Two policemen, you say? How can I be of assistance, gentlemen?
We're looking for the owner of a property, 57 Albright Gardens.
And what makes you think I would know?
You're on the board of directors of a company that lists this address as an asset.
I own many businesses. My concern is profitability, not who drives what car or what business owns what property. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got some important business to attend to. My wife will show you out.
This way.
We'll be in touch.
How'd it go?
Cocky bastard. He's hiding something.
He was definitely trying to get rid of us, wasn't he?
I've got something else. CCTV footage shows Samantha Wilder's car 2 streets away from the murder location at 9 PM on the night of the murder.
Okay. I think we're onto something. Well, let's try and push for a search warrant, yeah? You get it, I'll meet you there first thing.
Yes, boss.
Mike, I looked at the cold case and found a 99% DNA match between the 2 samples. The old sample and the original sample of Barbara Mason. It's the same person. Also, the concoction of drugs used is unique. There's only ever been one instance of that before. 11 years ago, 5 people were killed using a lethal concoction of a drug used to spike drinks. And Mike, your wife, was one of those casualties.
So what you're saying is all these cases are linked then?
Yes, Mike. And you're involved in this. I think you need to take a step back and hand this case over to somebody else.
I need to do this, Tommy. Just put the report on my desk and walk away, please. Tommy, I wasn't here when you brought this in, okay? I haven't seen it.
Okay, Mike.
What do you want now? This is bordering on harassment.
Reginald Wilder, we've got a warrant to search the premises and any vehicles under Section 18 PACE. I want to start on their vehicles. Tommy, Rob with me inside.
Don't worry, it's all misunderstanding. I'll have your job for this.
Tommy, can you take Mrs. Wilder into another room? Rob, can you make a start upstairs? Let's have a chat with Mr. Wilder here.
Hey Gaffer, I found this phone in Mrs. Wilder's boot by the spare wheel. Looks like it might have a bit of blood on it, mate.
I'll get that to forensics straight away.
Yeah, okay, will do.
Mrs. Wilder, can you account for your movements on Wednesday the 10th of July from 7 p.m. onwards?
Yeah. I was here all night with Reg.
Does any other person have access to your car other than Mr. Wilder and yourself?
No.
I'll take us to explain today.
Mr. Wilder, these keys don't fit any of the locks here. If we tried them in 57 Albright Plaza, would they fit?
Reginald Wilder, I'm placing you under arrest on the suspicion of murdering Barbara Mason. You do not have to say anything, but it may harm your defence if you do not mention when questioned something that you later rely on in court. Anything that you do say will be given in evidence. The necessity for arrest is to ensure a prompt and effective investigation and prevent the loss of any evidence.
Oh, hang on. I need to go to the bathroom.
We're not going far.
Well, if you want me to do this in the back of your car.
Rob, go with him. Don't take your eyes off him.
We found a mobile phone in the boot of the car. What can you tell me about it?
Nothing. Mine's here. That thing was just bought as an old runaround. It's probably in there when we bought it.
We'll check that.
Mr. Wilder! Mr. Wilder! I'm coming in. Mr. Wilder!
For the record, Mrs. Wilder, you've been arrested in connection to the murder of Barbara Mason. I'm also reminding you that you're still under caution. Do you understand? For the record, answer yes or no.
Yes.
You stated to my colleague here that on Wednesday the 10th of July of this year, the night of Barbara Mason's murder, you were at home with your husband all night. Is that correct?
Yes.
You also said that no one other than yourself or your husband had access to your car.
So?
Once again, for the record, answer yes or no.
Yes.
Can you explain why your car was caught on camera less than a mile from the scene of the murder on the night in question, with you apparently driving?
No comment.
Mrs. Wilder, we have your car parked 2 streets away on the night of the murder. We have you driving said car on said night. We have your fingerprints and broken pottery found at the murder scene. Do you want me to carry on? Yeah? The victim's phone was found in your car. Not only that, but bloodstains were found in your car, and guess what? They matched the victim. So why don't you tell us, in your own words, what actually happened that night?
No. This has gone far enough. Okay. I'll tell you everything. So, me and Reg, we always had what you might call a open relationship. He always did like him younger. But it was me he loved, deep down. He always came back to me, you see. But then this one came along, this Barbara. She was different. Not his usual one-night fling. I think he was really starting to feel something for her. I couldn't bear it. So yeah, I wanted to persuade her to keep away from Reg.
Persuade her?
Yeah, talk to her, woman to woman. Pay her off maybe. Threaten her if I had to. I couldn't have some little trollop taking Reg and my life away from me. So, I let myself in and crept up the stairs. But then, I heard them. So I opened the door and I saw them together. I just lost it. Picked up the nearest thing to me and threw it.
A vase?
I don't know. Yeah, I think so. It hit her on the head and she slumped to the floor.
But why kill her?
I didn't. Look, Reg wasn't happy with me, but he said he'd sort it. He said he could give her some kind of date rape drug so that by morning she wouldn't remember a thing. Just feel a bit groggy is all. I didn't know it would kill her.
Okay, I think my client's had enough now. We need a break.
Interview suspended at 11:04 a.m.
You know what? I don't get. How could he have used it on himself?
I guess that coward didn't want to spend the rest of his remaining days in prison. I know he ruined my life.
Your life? What are you on about ruined your life?
That monster raped my mother when she was 15 years old. Because of him and his actions, she never trusted men again. He was responsible for the manufacture and distribution of a drug that killed 5 people 11 years ago. Of them 5 people, one of them was my wife. Because of him, a child grew up without a mother. Not to mention the death of Barbara Mason.
Hang on. Your mum? You mean You miss your dad.
Kind of puts a whole new meaning on the phrase, you reap what you sow, doesn't it?
Boss, you need to look at this. I just found this app on Reggie's computer. The guy was obsessed when it came to security. Hidden cameras all over the house. Watch.
Don't just stand there. Come and give me a hand. Don't forget, if I go down, you go down as well. Get rid of that syringe first. It's lethal. You mean this one?
Mike, get an ambulance, quick!
We got him. We got him, sir. Yeah. We've got him on film committing murder. Yeah, we're just about to get a warrant now. I will. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Tommy, we've been watching Rob for a few months now. Thanks to you and hard work, another day cop's been taken off the streets. Well done, buddy.
I can't believe he was my granddad. He did so many bad things.
I know. And I get it. I feel the same way, but at the same time, we can't forget that he's also responsible for me and you being alive today.